Hi everyone. I am here to give you some tips and some pointers on how to navigate family dynamics when looking at care for your elderly parents or loved ones. My name is Courtney Cole and I am a client care coordinator for Home Instead. So I think the first thing that we need to remember here is that one, families don't always agree on everything. So we're coming into a situation where we have lots of opinions, lots of different wants and needs, and everybody needs to be heard. So I think the first thing that we have to agree on together is that you need to make sure that you set up a meeting and do this ahead of time before the problems arise. I know that as our family members age and our loved ones, they're not well, you don't want to have this conversation in the midst of a family crisis. So many times when I go into cases, nobody really knows what page everyone's on. So it causes a lot more confusion than it does anything else. So a recommendation first would be to say, hey, mom and dad, we would like to all get together as a family and we want to talk about what you are thinking you want in the future. We know you're really doing well right now, but we want to make sure that your wishes and that your independence is number one at the top of our list. And we want to do that. And each one of us, as your family members, want to honor those things. So, can we do that? And that would be my first recommendation. And that's not always an easy thing to do, is to get everybody together on the same page. I mean, we have family members all over the place. So that in itself can be tricky to make that happen, but it is beneficial to have this meeting before the crisis happens. So that would be my first recommendation. Once this family meeting is planned and you have everybody there that wants to be heard and everybody kind of knows what's going on with mom and dad, the first thing to do is obviously you want to listen. You want to hear what mom and dad want first of all. And then hopefully you're going to find each sibling or family member is going to have something to say. It is beneficial and will behoove you to listen to everyone. It's not always easy to do. We have difference of opinions, different styles of doing things, but to make sure that you keep it on a level where you're focusing on what your parents or loved ones want. That usually helps designating people to cover different things, like say maybe one sister is handling finances, one sister may be covering talking to the doctors. Designating each person to have something to do is really important, and it allows that family member to feel important and useful in this situation, all working towards a common goal. So it helps to make sure that everyone's concerns are heard and everyone has their place in doing those things. The most important thing, as we've all understood, is that your parents and your loved ones are getting the care that they need. If you are respecting their wishes and working together as a team, you're going to get much farther than you are, fighting and arguing, and doing this, like I said, beforehand, before this crisis happens. And then just respecting everyone's wishes in this process, because it's a sensitive subject. It's tense. It can be a very, very emotional situation. I recommend when that kind of thing starts to happen that you bring in a third party if necessary, a non-biased party, someone. Many times I've gone in and sat with someone and just said, we can sit back and we can figure this out together, giving people hope that this will work out, because a lot of times the emotions can't be set aside. So you want to bring in a third person, a care coordinator, a social worker, someone that has the experience that is able to navigate the system, because many times there's a lot of information that people just aren't even privy to that's out there that can help with this situation. So bringing in a third person is always a good option. I just know that in the best interest of getting the best care that you want for your family and loved ones, fighting isn't the way. Meeting ahead of time is probably the most important thing, and designating a role for everyone. That gets everything done that needs to be done. And then, of course, Following up is important too. You might have this meeting 5 years ago, but mom and dad's needs have changed. So staying on top of, what's going on with the family, being in communication with each other and talking, we've noticed some changes with mom or we've noticed some changes with dad. Let's re-meet again and readdress everything. So staying on top of that, having that other person to bounce things off of if you need to, are all really, really important things to keep in mind when juggling family dynamics. As you're navigating these family dynamics, here's how Home Instead can help with these things. Number one, getting as much information about your care options as possible. Having an in-depth consultation with us. Once everyone is there and you're having this consultation with us, you want to make sure everyone that is involved with this planning is able to attend and able to be heard, so that the best care is going to be happening for your loved ones. If there's people that aren't able to attend in person, we certainly can do something where there's an online portal where you can be involved. That would be beneficial to make sure everyone is there. The second thing is that Home Instead can be the mediator between family members. We can help navigate as an outside person that is looking in and assist with this. We're going to make everyone's needs known and heard without, having the emotional and upset that comes along with some of this. We're going to be able to navigate you with details and facts and things like that are going to help you. The third thing is that Home Instead also offers a family portal. This is a system where you'll be able to contact the caregivers or read caregiver notes, put in your suggestions, see what's going on with your family once you sign for care. You're going to be able to continue on this road of making sure that your family members are getting the care that you expect and that is needed. It's a good way of communicating with one another and for our caregivers to know what the expectations are and our care coordinators to follow the plan of care that is going on in the house. So if you would like to learn more about this and how we can help, you can certainly contact us at www.homeinstead.com/193.